Hey, what's happening, Central VA? It's your boy Big Keith, man. One half
For the most notorious entertaining duo. And right now, man, you know, one thing I like about the Promoters Digest is they're giving you another perspective on, you know, like as opposed to these other DVDs that you see in the city. What they do, they give you full access granted. I'm not talking about just what's going on in the hood, but they let you know what's going on in the corporate, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. From here in the radio station to maybe in your place of establishment or however you want to get it, you know what I'm saying?
To sum it up, man, I say that the people you got right now, what you got is you got called and I'm about to drop a jewel real quick. You got what you call BDS A&Rs. And what that is A&Rs ain't going out looking for talent no more. They looking for BDS spins.
A&Rs ain't the same no more.
You got them BDS spins, man, your phone gonna ring. Ludacris got his deal, not because he was, you know, out here calling the radio station and sending stuff around. Now, granted, his situation is a little bit different because he actually worked at the radio station, so you can't really use that as an example. But here's how he got his deal. He sold over 30,000 copies of his CD out of his trunk in about 3 months. 3 months. 30,000 copies out of his trunk. That really got the attention of Def Jam. Once you're selling those kind of units on your own, you gotta understand that because of piracy, and get what I'm saying, because like what I'm telling y'all, man, y'all gotta jot this stuff down. Because of this age of piracy, record labels are losing money. So if a record company is losing money, that revenue gotta come from somewhere. They gotta cut budgets. They gotta cut departments. They got to cut all kind of corners to try to stay afloat, because please believe, regardless of whether or not we sell records, the record company's still gonna get their money. It's just gonna come from different areas. All right. So since piracy has come along, record companies are not spending money on artist development anymore. We are in this stage called an independent stage. If you can float on your own and survive on your own, record companies are more inclined to fool with you because they look at you like an investment. If he can do these kind of numbers on his own, imagine what he can do with a big machine behind him. So think about that next time you wondering whether or not I want to go independent.
Something about them single deals and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, single deals. Another thing right now is popular is single deals and ringtone deals. Again, the record companies had to come up with areas to make money because they're not making the kind of money that they used to make in the late 90s or early 2000s. So what they do is they sign people to single deals. If the single do good, sign you to another single. That do good, they'll just keep signing you to single deals. And it's a benefit to the label because if your single fail, or ain't no strings attached, they ain't got to fool with you no more. And they got this thing now where you got ringtone rappers. If you pay attention to what I'm saying, if you ever looked at the music industry over the past 2-3 years, the same people that was in the music industry that was hot 3 years ago, they ain't around no more. They trend them. It's like they recycle them. They take who's hot right now, they drain them, and they get what they can, and they move on to the next artist. No disrespect to Soulja Boy, but if he doesn't reinvent himself, he won't be here 2 years from now because it's going to be something else. Perfect example. All right, that was the hottest thing a few years ago, but it kind of it died out, and now you're on to something else. So you got to be mindful when you know dealing with these record companies and these record labels and what it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And there's a great book that you got to read. I got it. Actually, Sean got the book. Now I'll let him get it. But it's a book that you got to read. It's called Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business, and it's written by Donald Passman. Read that book. You read that book. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even send no more demos out until you read that book because it's a music business, and that business is very, 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 very big.
Let me say something on etiquette. Being that it's a music business, you know what I'm saying, that you got to conduct yourself accordingly. You know what I'm saying. Being it is a music business now, granted, a lot of I don't want to say thugs, you know what I'm saying, but
yeah, say it. They've infiltrated.
The thugs have infiltrated the music industry, you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot more unprofessionalism, you know what I'm saying.
That street shit don't work.
Yeah, it's a business.
They got
you know
money
what I'm saying?
too.
But at the end of the day, you know, it's these corporate cats that got the big dollars that you're really looking for. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't be running up to somebody, you know what I'm saying, spitting in their face like, yo, son, my ish is hot. You know what I'm saying? Just handle yourself accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
Get a lawyer.
You a man like I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Just like the next person is a man. Handle yourself like a business. If you got the money to get an LLC, you know what I'm saying? Use extra money to you know, get you a little staff, get you a little team, have somebody to speak that can articulate for you, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have, you know what I'm saying? Just conduct yourself accordingly. I think that it's an etiquette, you know what I'm saying? I think Farnsworth Bentley said this on an interview, you know what I'm saying? It's just the etiquette, man. It's certain principles, you know what I'm saying, that I think that people should know and understand.
Get an attorney.
Somebody called in there on the request line, man, and
Disrespectful.
yeah, real.
Oh, well, I ain't gonna beat that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just disrespectful. And you know what? Thanks, man. They just don't know. And you can't get mad at people for being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? They just don't know. Yeah. And if you just don't know, well, then you just don't know. But
at the end of the day,
you gotta still take that time to seek knowledge. Yeah. You gotta seek wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Corporate ain't the street corner. You know what I'm saying? So when you on the street corner, you could dap people up and holler at me like that. You know what I'm saying? If you catch me in that atmosphere.
Same principles though. Yeah. Same principles.
Same principles. You know what I'm saying?
It's different.
Yeah. I mean, just the music is like the dope game. You know what I'm saying? So I've heard, allegedly, but you know, you still get same principles, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, the business aspect of it, but you're dealing with different people, you know what I'm saying? You gotta handle yourself accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. Point example. A lot of people, our generation is really caught up in Scarface, in the movie of Scarface, this character. Remember when Tony Montana went to visit the big dude on the island, you know, where the dude dropped him from the helicopter? Remember that scene? Remember, when Tony first met the guy, you see how cordial he was. You know, how he played his part, you know what I'm saying? He knew when to speak and knew when to jump in, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you just gotta handle yourself accordingly, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Etiquette, man.
And your package, man, like, I take this right here. I haven't got a chance to listen to this yet, all right? But this looks local, and it's Northern Southerners, okay? Look at the way that's packaged. It's got saran wrap on it. Look at the artwork on it. He's got a scanner on there too. He's got his little, what do you call that? The scan
bar.
He's got the scan bar. This is quality right here. I'm gonna take this home and I'm gonna check it out. You can't give me no CD with no damn Sharpie. You know, you writing on it, man. If you want for people to take you serious, you gotta take yourself serious. You can't just give me no CD and just write with Sharpie on it. Now, I know everybody ain't got the bread, okay? Everybody might not have a budget to do something like this. But what you do have and you don't realize, you got resources, all right? And your resources is right. You might have a homeboy who might know how to do art.
Graphic design.
You know what I'm saying? You might have another homeboy who knows how to who knows somebody who knows how to package this stuff up. It ain't always about bread. You know what I'm saying? It's about your resources, man. And just start using your resources, man.
And we're going to end it with this right here. Bottom line, you know what I'm saying? You could do all of the stuff that Keith said, but at the end of the day, it's about relationships. It's the all-new iPower 92.1 Interactive Hip Hop and R&B.
Yes, sir.
Sean Anthony, Big Keith, the most notorious entertaining duo.
4 days away, Stone Show coming up this Saturday. If you do not got your tickets, what are you waiting on?
I don't know.
This Saturday, 4 days away, man. Lil Kim, The Game, Pretty Ricky, Midnight Star.
Skills, why you keep naming Midnight Star, man? I know you got their poster still, man.
You got jokes.
Ashanti.
Yeah. See, what I do is,
you sound like you laying on the couch.
I think when I really started, and this I can say this on camera for all you producers who want to be in the game. Well, really, this is how I got started. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got my MPC with no manual. All right, didn't nobody teach me how to sample. Didn't nobody teach me how to make beats. I take that back. Sean did. He like kind of showed me about quantization and things of that nature. But other than that, I ain't really had nobody sit down and really teach me. I had it all up here, but in order for me to really not sound like every other producer that's in the street, I had to start making my own sounds. What you gotta understand is that you use these keyboards, and if I got the keyboard, we got the same sounds. it don't matter what beat we do. If we using the same sounds, we gonna sound kind of similar. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started making my own sounds, and that's how I started to grow. You know what I'm saying? When I started making my own kicks and making my own snares, I started sounding different. You know what I mean? And it just basically just takes patience and sitting down.
Which model of MPC you use? I started with the 1000.
I got 2000.
Yeah, I started on that one. And see, I go everywhere. It's like if I'm DJing,
Yeah.
I be hitting the horns and everything in the middle of the party. So
Yeah.
that 1000.
Well, you know what? I was in Atlanta. That was the first time I actually seen somebody DJ with one. When I was in Atlanta.
1000.
Somebody had, I don't know if it was 1,000, 2,000, but it was one of them. They was using it. And I was like, yeah,
That's John Barter.
they only had like, they just had one turntable. You know what I'm saying? They just had one. They would find everything from.
Yeah, 'cause
I used the as far as like virtual. I use virtual sense because like, as a producer, you really only as good as your sounds. And once you start having a lot of sounds, you gotta like really just stay. I cannot remember who told me this, but they was like, you'll never stop collecting sounds, you know what I'm saying? But if you collect keyboards, number one, it can be very costly to collect a lot of keyboards. Number two, what people forget is keyboards take up a lot of space. So what I started doing was I just started just collecting them on software, you know what I'm saying? So you get them all on the keyboard, you know what I mean, all on the computer. You just collect your virtual synths and, you know, they cheaper. You know, and it take up less space, and in a lot of instances, the virtual synths, they really sound a little bit better than the hardware. You know what I'm saying? So
MIDI keyboard.
yeah, and of course you got your MIDI. So you know, just collect your sounds. You know what I mean? And you know, yeah, just get your sound library up. You know, and stop using them factory sounds, man. Like I hate when, and I want to support everybody because I want to teach because people taught me, but y'all can't do a beat on a rolling or a motif and you know give it to me because it's gonna sound like the same thing that somebody else gave me who did another beat on a rolling or a phantom or something like that. You got use your keyboards as fillers. You know what I'm saying? Like, use your keyboards to fill in sounds. But as far as your drum sounds, man, please, like y'all would be surprised if you would just take the time and start EQing your drums and make your drums sound different. Man, it took me to a whole nother level, man.
Changing pictures.
Yeah, you just gotta change them. You know what I mean? And layer your drums too, like layer them, and just put different kicks and snares. Like it just takes it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of the young cats, you know what I'm saying? Like they when they play on their beats, whatever they
See, let me explain something to you. See, you other producers, you know what I'm saying?
He's a producer too, man.
Use all those, you know, the manufacturing. See, y'all producing at this level right here. You see what I'm saying? But see, what Big Keith do, when he make beats, he takes it to a whole
Yeah, so what he said. But yeah, that's all you gotta do, man. Like just play with your sounds, man. You know what I mean? Just sample old records, sample old dirty snares that you hear from old records, sample old kicks, and just EQ them, man. It just take you out the stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. Everybody else is different. You know what I mean? It don't matter if you sample or you make it from originality, man. Just if it's shit hot, this shit hot.
Yeah, that's all.